Oregon linebacker Boseko Lokombo, both thanks for being here today.
Yes.
So you were born in Congo. What was that like being born in a totally different country than America, then moving here?
It was just different, like just in terms of like the environment and everything about it. Like personally, I don't really remember much about it, because I was young when I moved in, and but it was just different, and I really love it, and I'm hoping to go back.
When you moved to British Columbia and you learned to play football, what was it like learning to play football in a different country from the one where it's originated?
It was really similar, In Canada, like where I grew up, it's pretty much the same thing. So we play American rules, and I adapted to it, and I learned how to play because I love the sport, and my brother kind of got me into it, and so I started playing. And but it's really the same thing, and there's nothing, there's no difference really. I mean, they got the CFL, that's kind of different, but besides that, like British Columbia, you play American rules.
You attended South Eugene High School for a year, so obviously you're playing football in the U.S. Were you coached different techniques at all from British Columbia coaches?
Not really. It was all the same thing. I think the biggest difference was here when I played here my junior year. It was just a little bit more like the talent was a little bit better. The talent pool and the players seemed to be more into it as opposed to Canada, where like Canada, all the best players they play hockey or they play other sports. But that was really the only big difference that I noticed.
You said the talent was bigger. Was there any wake-up calls for you when you saw how good some of the players were here?
No, not really. I was kind of like, at first I thought there was a little difference, but when I started playing and I kind of adapted and just learned the game better, it was smooth.
You moved back to Canada for your senior year, but you returned to Eugene to play at Oregon.
Yeah.
Did you have any contact with Oregon coaches while you were here your junior year?
Not really. Nah.
Who initially recruited you here? Was there a player who told you that Oregon should be somewhere you looked at?
Yeah, it was Don Pelham that recruited me at first, and then Coach Graywood, they recruited me too, and Oregon State initially they were the first university that recruited me.
Did Oregon State ever watch you play while you were at South Eugene?
Yeah, they did. All of them, Oregon State and Oregon, mainly.
Moving on to uniforms, was Nike an attraction at all coming back to Eugene?
Nike? Yeah, I mean, Oregon is known as innovative and all this kind of thing. But me, I wasn't really attracted to the uniform. Like, obviously they had it already, but me, I was more focused on playing the game.
Do you have a favorite uniform now?
The all white with the chrome helmet. Yeah.
When you went out for your last game in Autzen Stadium in the Civil War, the game was very close. Did you imagine your last game in Autzen being anything like that against a team that recruited you?
Not at all. I mean, that game was thrilling, and it was definitely a memorable game. And I think that a lot of people are gonna look back and be like, they're gonna see how much time we put into it and how important it was for us.
When you won the Pac-12 championship as a sophomore, was the feeling on the field after the game any different than the one when you beat the Beavers a few weeks ago?
I feel like the championship was a little bit better because it was, it was a championship game, and it propelled us to play at a good BCS game, and so I feel like it was a little bit better than the Oregon State game. But the Oregon State game, it was just intense the whole time. Like we weren't expecting a game like that, but both games I feel like it was just different a little bit.
Is that your favorite Civil War now?
Yeah.
When you won the Pac-12 championship, obviously you've been close two other times. When it comes down to one game and you're in the game, if you win, you're in the championship. If you lose, you're not. Yeah. Is it heartbreaking when you just are so close and don't make it?
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, and like I feel like every year, all the teams that's what they strive for. They want to play at the BCS championship, but it's hard to win, man. When you win any kind of game, you put in a lot of time, and you hope to just do the best that you can.
Did you see a lot of the same things from Stanford this year and last year?
I feel like it was all the same thing, yeah.
Was it something that you found that was correctable, or was it just something that they had you on that specific day?
Yeah, I feel like it was correctable. They just, that game, they outmatched us, and they were the better team that day.
You went there this year to play the game. When you were walking off the field at the end of the game, you came very close to winning. Mm-hmm. Did you know what was going on, or did it not set in for a day or two?
For the
Stanford game.
Stanford game? I don't know. I just, like I said, that day they were the better team, and they won that game, and all props goes to them, and we kind of moved on from that game.
You have one more game as a Duck. What's your one wish other than winning?
Just to go out strong and to leave the younger guys with the experience to be in the bowl game, and to just enjoy it.
Is there an experience that you want to have in that game that could carry on to a pro career?
I just want to do my job and make sure that we get the win. Really.
All right, Bo. Thanks for being
Yeah,
here
no
today.
problem.
Appreciate it.